right? And what it really comes down to, I think, is you're right. There's a lot of building happening. There's a lot of corporate money coming in, but there's not necessarily so much personal income coming in yet.
Right.
And so I think a lot of people were super excited to go to that location and try something new.
Yeah.
We've gotten excellent feedback from the community. They're so happy that we're there.
Yeah.
We're working with the schools. We're working with the local businesses. We're talking to the the community leaders, and it's going really well. But it feels like there's a little bit of a low right now. The holidays are different for different people,
Yep.
right? And we feel like Fort Worth is more business.
Yeah.
People are kind of on the go, but they stop here because they want to take a break, right? Where we feel like Alvarado is a little more small town, right?
Big time.
If we're open during a football game, man, we're going to be busy,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it's that kind of a place, right? But if school's out, business is over,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah,
mean, really,
yeah.
that's kind of the way it goes, right? So they both have their ups and downs. It's a good thing we have both stores.
Yeah.
If we only had one store, it would have cost us less, but it certainly would have made it more difficult to weather the storm when things go up and down.
Sure.
So we're finding that when one goes down, the other kind of comes up usually. So it's
Interesting.
been good for us.
Yeah. I do feel like the Metroplex is not getting smaller by any stretch of the
No.
imagination. So Alvarado will, I'd say, within the next, 2 to 3 years at best, start getting really sucked into what else is happening in, let's say, Fort Worth or Mansfield or wherever it is, because of the fact that the Metroplex is just blowing up the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, when we first came down here, I told my wife before she had come down, when we were getting ready to travel to go look at houses, I was like, listen, it is a never-ending strip mall.
Yeah.
Okay? Until you get to the country.
Yes.
Right? Now, we live in Joshua. We moved
Okay.
to Joshua. We live right behind the high school. And in the past 3 years, it's gone from being country to not being country.
Yep.
We're still happy where we are because it's
Yeah.
kind of behind the mainstream, right? But I have the feeling that it will end up being different, maybe from like Northeast Dallas area.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
But still that continuous kind of sprawl, right?
Yeah.
And for business owners, I mean, that's exceptional, right? I mean, we want the traffic. We want to be able to support the community.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily want to change the heart of the community, but we want to be a part of it, right? And it's hard to be a part of it when it's too small.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
It's hard to run a business when there's no business, right?
Yeah.
So I agree. I think that Alvarado, that whole kind of stretch from like all the way over to Midlothian, Mansfield,
They're blending
Alvarado,
to become one. Yeah.
Cleburne,
Venus will be part of that.
Venus will
Yeah.
be part. Yeah, Venus. Oh, we just drove out there the other day. By the way, there's a gas station out there. The taco stand is that's the best tacos we've had in Texas.
Oh, that's
It's
on.
amazing.
Yeah. That's just past the Jack in the Box on Alvarado. Right?
Yep.
Yeah,
right
okay.
across the road from the Whataburger.
Yes.
There's-
Yeah.
Yep. Best tacos I've had. Asada tacos were. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But
It's funny being in Texas. The gas station tacos are better than almost any
They are.
restaurant.
Yeah, they are. And we were a little spoiled, despite popular belief. Washington actually has a huge Mexican population, and their food. The food options are spectacular. And what I found, because I talk to restaurant owners, right? I talk to the people that run these stands. I ask them where they're from, right? And what I found is that in Washington, a lot of the people are from the area of Mexico called Puebla.
Okay.
Like south of Mexico City in the mountains.
Right.
And so their food's different, right? You go to California, it's very different. That's Baja style,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, their salsa
and here in
is garbage.
Texas, it's like I assume it's coming from like that the Chihuahua Desert region and that kind of a style, and then from the ocean, right? So there's a little bit of that Gulf like vibe to it, right?
Yeah.
So I found that for me, knowing my tastes and my flavors, it was hard to come to Texas because I found that there was a lot that it didn't really appeal to me as much, right? But I found a few hidden gems where I'm like, yeah, that's really good. And the odd part is if I go across the border, like I go to Big Bend National Park every year.
Oh, nice.
And we go across the river to Boquillas del Carmen, the little Mexican town.
I've been there. Yeah.
That food is like, it's amazing.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
It's amazing, yeah. So
Like a short little donkey ride and you're there.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. You can take the doggies. Yeah, we did last time. So but yeah, I'm finding that you got to find those diamonds in the rough. You got to find those little hidden gems. You know, and you're right. It's the gas station taco trucks. Those are the ones that like, wow.
Yeah, right. And people don't think that. They just think, oh, it has to be a brick and mortar. It has to be good.
Yeah.
No, go to any gas station. I guarantee they're better tacos.
For sure.
Yeah. Or taco stands in general, like somebody parked up in a parking lot. Now, throughout your journey through coffee now, how did you start taking your coffee, and then how do you kind of take your coffee now?
Oh, that's a good question. I never drank coffee black, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a little kid, it was too bitter, right?
Of course.
So it was always just
Well,
cream.
plus back then it wasn't like they weren't getting the best beans. It was just like, here's coffee, and that's kind of same thing with beer. It's like, here's beer, and you're good.
I have to tell you though, okay, I'm not a coffee snob. I don't mind a cup of Folgers.
Okay.
I mean, like, I like the taste of coffee, right? So, and different flavors or different regions produce different flavors.
Obviously, yeah.
Brand like Folgers is Colombian coffee,
Right.
It's traditional. We all grew up drinking Colombian blends, right? Like every Maxwell House, Taster's Choice, Folgers, they were all Colombian blends. Well, the reason it was popular was because they actually produced really good coffee there, right?
Still do.
So a lot of the even single origin type of coffees that you'll buy as a professional coffee company are coming from that region. Now, ours actually comes from Brazil, and ours is a little different. It's a medium roast too, not a dark roast. And that's one of the things that changed. So like, I used to like dark roast coffee when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Dark roast, cream and sugar. I drink a pot of that a day. I was a soldier, you know, like we drank coffee like it was going out of style, right? And over the years, you know, I remember the first time I ever went to like a real coffee shop, like a it was a drive-through, but it was like a coffee stand, right? Yeah. And I didn't know what to order. I had no idea what a latte was.
Right.
You know, I had no idea. I mean, I'd had those cruddy gas station ones where you put the, you know, it's like the French vanilla taste. You know, I'd had those.
So artificial.
And they're so sweet and gross. But I didn't know what to order, so I'm like, I just want plain coffee. They're like, get an Americano. I tasted an Americano. I did not like it at all.
It is not good. No.
We have customers that love Americanos, but
I mean, again, everybody's taste buds are different.
It doesn't appeal to me, right? So finally, I kind of landed on my favorite is the caramel macchiato. I love the way it tastes.
Good, yeah.
Again, I'm not a coffee snob. We don't have to make it exactly that perfect way that it's made in Italy, right? So we do add a little more milk.
Yeah.
We try to make sure that our customers get a full cup. We did get some complaints about macchiatos not being full. Fact is, a traditional macchiato is half foam.
Yeah.
But we want our customers to be happy.
Of course.
I don't care about what happens in Italy.
Right.
This is Texas. We do things our way here, right? So yeah, for me, it's all about the taste, right? If I like it, then I'll drink it. I've had some personal challenges over the years with weight, and so I have been on and off of different types of diets, right? And so like I've gone through keto coffee.
Same.
Like I was introduced to heavy whipping cream.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a life changer!
Right.
like I don't have to drink milk. I can use heavy whipping cream, and it tastes, I mean, almost the same, right?
Or straight butter. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So on our menu here, we have a large selection of sugar-free flavors, which a lot of shops don't. You know, the world's largest coffee company out there only has one.
Yeah.
That I've seen recently. They have. Or maybe two. I think they have vanilla and caramel. Right. You know, and that's not a lot of options for people that want to taste different
considering
things.
how many there are out there now, like why would you not invest more?
It's not that hard to find them. Yeah. They're out there. Yeah. So we even have s'mores, peppermint. I don't know. We have a bunch of different sugar-free options, and the idea is that we can actually make you a coffee that has so few carbs that it doesn't even register on the keto scale. So we have to be careful. Some of those, we found out that some of even the sugar-free flavors still have carbs, because they do. Yeah. But we have the option of making you a coffee that literally just you're drinking just the coffee.
There you go. As you should.
So yeah.
Now I have a segment on the show I call it the 5 count. It's just 5 random questions. Just answer as quick as possible. If you were on America's Got Talent, what would your talent be?
Singing.
Really? There you go.
I like to sing.
If you were a pro wrestler or MMA fighter, what would your name be?
Oh my God. Let's skip that I'll have to think about that in a minute.
You're good. We'll come back to it. What is your go-to breakfast order?
Go-to breakfast order is breakfast burrito.
There you go. Who or what inspires you?
I'm inspired by my family.
Love that.
And daily, always.
What would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Oh my goodness. Don't sweat the small stuff.
There you go. You can tell yourself that at any age. And back to it, if you were a pro wrestler or MMA fighter, what would your name be?
The Yeti.
It's perfect. I love it. Now, if people wanted to find you guys online, follow you, visit your shops, how can they do all the things?
www.twitchcoffee.life. And that has our phone numbers available on the website for each location. For Fort Worth, we're on the corner of Crowley Road and Sycamore School Road. And in Alvarado, we're directly across from or catty corner from the junior high on North Cummings Road.
There you go. Mark, thank you so much for your time. This Horchata has been fantastic. This conversation has been great. And I love what you guys are doing, and I can't wait to see you guys open more locations.
That's awesome. Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Thank you so much to Mark for being on the show. Again, if you are in the DFW area, make sure to swing by Twitch Coffee Life. It is such a fantastic coffee place. As of right now, they have 2 locations. Whenever you're listening to this, they might have another one. Who knows? But they are definitely growing in the Metroplex, and they are getting so much better. So make sure to tag us in those pictures whenever you're going out there. And you can find us on social media at Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSERSPOD on the Instagram, the Threads, and the Twitter. If you would like to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. And if you want to follow me directly, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name on the Twitter and on Untapped. In case you want to find out what I'm drinking, maybe we can have a beer together. And if you want to follow me on the Threads or the Instagram, it is official Rody John. Send me an email over at rodyjohn@gmail.com. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.